Let's go into writing statement of purpose, which is usually short formed as SOP. And this is going to be the most important task after you have written your or made your resume. And I hope you are done with all your introspection activities and know about yourself. What are you looking forward for in the university and in your future, in your career? So now let's continue with our journey of making a beautiful and attractive, compelling statement of purpose. And this is usually going to focus on undergraduate and graduate school application purpose. So let's start with the common content of SOP. SOP means statement of purpose. So the first thing should be, how did you become interested in this field? What does that mean is, if I'm interested in mechanical engineering, what experiences or what part of my background made me interested in mechanical engineering? And basically why I am going to choose mechanical engineering in undergraduate. If I'm applying for undergraduate, if I'm applying for graduate school, I need to explain why I selected mechanical engineering in undergraduate, and then also explain right now if I'm going for master degree why I'm still deciding to go for a master degree in mechanical engineering itself. What and what exactly I'm interested in mechanical engineering also. So I need to explain some of the events. Maybe you can recall a couple of events and explicitly mention those events, so you make your case much more stronger. And do not use general reasons. Do not make up reasons like others, like having seen some fiction book or science fiction movie and then you got interested into XYZ stuff. It's very common reason, so you should make your own reason, or I'll suggest use your correct reason only, the actual reason. Then you can mention some of your past accomplishments, but strictly only those which are not in any other documents you are going to submit for your application. So most of your past accomplishments would be mentioned in your resume. So anything which you cannot mention in your resume, you can explain it in your statement of purpose. Now, the most important part comes over here. You need to explain how your background has prepared you for the program you are applying. So if I'm applying for a graduate school master's degree in mechanical engineering, all my background of education or academic, professional, or everything, I need to explain how that background has equipped me with skills, etc., such that I'm prepared for the program. So I can take up each and every part of my resume, such as my education, such as my experiences on research or work at some profession, or any projects I have undertaken. So I can take each of my project and explain how that project has helped me. Do not go into the details of what you did in the project, what were the results of your project. That's already in your resume. You should mention that this project has helped you improve your hands-on experience, or improved your technical writing, improved your presentation skill, or improved your skill in this subject, improved your skill in XYZ topic. That's what should be mentioned. Do not mention that what skills you have. Mention that how those skills will help you in future during your studies in graduate or undergraduate. Then you need to explain why are you going to select a specific course in master degree or undergraduate degree, why that specific program only, and why at that specific university only. So similar programs will be available at multiple different universities also. Why are you specifically selecting that university itself? That should be explained clearly. And you also need to mention sub-disciplines if you are applying for master degree. So what does this mean over here is, if I am applying for mechanical engineering, I should explain them why mechanical engineering at their university. Their university may have very good professors. I can mention that. They may have very good course structure. I can mention that. They may have very good research centers. I can mention that. I can literally mention anything which attracted me to apply at that university in that specific program. And then I should mention the sub disciplines, like if I'm interested in manufacturing, production, applied thermal science, robotics, anything, I should mention that I am interested in this sub discipline of mechanical engineering. Okay. And if you are interested in any other thing, or any other thing attracted you, such as some national organization, research center, research lab, or any other activity happening specifically at that university, you can also mention that thing as a reason of applying to that university. Then you need to be specific and explain your scientific and professional interest and objectives. This simply means if you are looking forward to continue in research, if you're looking forward to join in some industry, if you're looking forward to start a new business or be entrepreneur, you can explain those things. Then how the given program which you are applying for will help you achieve your future goal. So you have also already explained your future goal. You have already explained why you are going to select that university. So now you need to link these two things and explain how studying at that specific university in that specific program is going to help you achieve your future goal. It could be just a couple of lines to help them understand how we are going to link your takeaways from studying at a given university at a given program for your future. Okay, so these are the core contents of your SOP. If you are not going to cover any of this, it's you are going to be in trouble. So make sure you answer all of these questions in your SOP, and very concisely. Do not just mention your achievements as you did in your resume again in your SOP. It's of no use. Then the extra contents of SOP. So if you have some space, then you can go ahead and mention some extra contents for the admission committee. It could be some concrete examples of how you solved a challenging research or coursework problem. Then you can go and extenuate the circumstances and how you have overcome any challenges that have impacted your career path thus far. Okay, why would you be in a good addition to the incoming class? How you would add the diversity to the class? How would you add the value to the class? Then you can may include any additional information for the admission committee that is relevant to your application and not provided anywhere else in this application. So you are going to submit SOP, LOR, resume, transcript, any other thing. So anything which is not coming in any other documents can be mentioned in SOP. Then you can give some some examples of personal attributes or qualities that will help you complete graduate study successfully. That's also how you are a value addition to the team. And then describe some background characteristics that may have placed you at an educational disadvantage, such as if you are not from a English speaking background, then you have some disadvantage. Then you can mention that if your family has an economic uh, or financial history, you are not well-to-do family, then you can mention that. If you have lack of educational opportunity, physical disability, mental disability, you can mention that. If you have if your family faced some problems during COVID, you can mention that. So all such things can be explained. You need to explain things in your SOP. Okay, and then the formatting requirements for your SOP. So they would usually give you the guidelines on the university webpage. There would be guidelines or requirements mentioned explicitly under the SOP section, and that requirements would explain you the contents you must mention in SOP and how you should mention, how much pages are allowed and all. I'm giving you a general idea that length restriction could be some university may ask you to restrict to 1 page only. Some can ask you to go as long as 3 pages. There could be word limits. So some universities I have seen have word limits of just 500 words. That is only 1 page. Some have word limits till 2,500 words. So you can just explore different university web page and guidelines. Then there are guidelines on page margins, line spacing, font, and font size. So these things will be explicitly mentioned. If they are not mentioned, use a professional line spacing, use a professional font type and font size. Font size are usually 11 is a good font size. Okay. If you have any other queries regarding how to mention the things in SOP and all, feel free to discuss with me. Just drop a comment or mail to me, and I'll be happy to help you out. Thank you.